Hi everyone, it's Coach Fred here, and I'm going to be doing a practice problem from the word problems practice for Algebra 1. It's a vertical motion problem, and always we want to read the question carefully. So we have a trebuchet launches a projectile on a parabolic arc at a velocity of 35 feet per second. So right there, all of the words there you might not know. So a trebuchet is like a medieval slingshot maybe. So I pulled up a picture. These are examples. So you can see this one right here, it's gonna throw something and it's gonna go all the way around. And here's some other examples of it. But basically it's gonna give you a parabolic arc. So with that word right there, parabolic means parabola. So something like that, okay? And we've got a velocity of 35 feet a second, and it says using the function h of t equals negative 16, it should be t squared plus vt plus h sub 0. And it says determine when the projectile will first reach a height of 80 feet, and how many seconds later will it again be at 80 feet. So I always try to get a sketch of what I'm doing first. You'll see in every video I do on vertical motion, that's what I do first. So I quickly draw a picture of quadrant 1 because usually it's going to be in quadrant 1. So let me make that a little prettier. And okay, so we have something that's going up and going down, but I'd love to know my initial height first. So my initial height is h sub 0, right? H sub 0 equals your starting height. Well, this question doesn't say anything about that. So when it's not given to you, I'm going to assume that the initial height is 0, all right? It told me that the velocity was 35 feet per second. So in this case, that's my V. Coach Fred tends to write that as V sub 0, so initial velocity. Because when you get into higher math, that's what we want to get you used to, those sub notation. So my initial velocity in this case is 35 feet per second. So I'm going to write my equation, but I am going to draw a quick sketch. It doesn't really matter. You know you're starting at an initial height of 0, which would start here. It's something that's going to go up and it's going to go down, something like that. And again, it's going to help me understand the question I'm being asked. So I'm going to fill in my model. So h of t equals negative 16 t squared plus 35t plus 0. So I don't even need to put the 0, do I? All right, so what does the question ask? It says, determine when the projectile will first reach a height of 80. So when I draw this initial sketch, I always write my height, my y-axis in this case is height, and time. And the reason that I do that is because it helps me really kind of understand, okay, so where is it going to hit about 80 feet? Well, maybe right there. Well, then we know because of the symmetry of a parabola, when it goes all the way over, gets to its maximum, its vertex, it's going to go back down. It would be 80. If I said this was 80, it would reach 80 here and here. So 2 times. Kind of makes sense because a lot of our quadratics are going to have 2 answers. So instead of setting it equal to 0, like when it hits the ground, here we set it equal to 0, and negative 16 t squared plus 35t equals 80. All right, so now I have a quadratic equation. I know that because the highest exponent is a 2, so I need to get it set equal to 0. And then I want to think about the 3 methods I have for solving that quadratic equation. So I could factor. This doesn't look so great. It doesn't really look factorable to me, but it doesn't look like it would be fun to factor. Completing the square. I'm not going to complete the square because the a term is not 1 and the middle term is odd. And then the last one would be the quadratic formula. So in this case, I'd be using the quadratic formula. So this one's an interesting one. So remember our quadratic formula, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So I do always want to write down my a, my b, and my c. So I'm going to do that. A, b, and c. So a is negative 16, b is 35, and c is negative 80. At this point, I would go ahead. Let's get the practice in. I want you to substitute those values in and get your answer. So take a second and do that, and then press, and then come back to us. All right, so you might have gotten here to this point. You plugged in 35 squared, minus 4, minus 16, minus 80, all over negative 32. And I always put, when I plug in the A and the C, I always put that in parentheses. It makes it much easier. But when I got here, this right here is going to give me a negative value, right? And right now in Algebra 1, you don't know what to do with that. So you can't have a negative under the root yet. So negative number under it. So you can never get a negative number under a square root right now. It gives you something called an imaginary number. It's not real. So I would always go back and make sure that I plugged everything in right first. I would verify that I had my signs right, but because I had 3 negatives, it was going to make that negative. Negative times negative is positive, positive times negative. So the fact that this gives me a negative number means that there is no solution. And that means that this trebuchet, it's never going to get to a feet of 80. And that would be your answer. So there would be, your answer would be, it can't reach 80. Can't reach 80 feet. And that would be your answer. And that can kind of throw you off. So remember that just like when you had regular linear equations, you also can have quadratic equations that have no solution. All right, hopefully that was a helpful video. Have a great day.